show. This is show 100. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I know I am. This is the Halloween special. I don't know if you can guess, but I am the Star-Lord.
The Star-Lord.
The Star-Lord.
It's just Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. I am Star-Lord. Sitting to my right is my daddy, my father. Father, what is your name?
Ego.
Ego joins us as the co-host tonight. And sitting to my left...
The creator.
You're the creator? Oh, you're the creator of all things.
Yeah.
Sitting to my left, two very, very special in-studio guests, Daniel and Corey. That's their code name, but their real names are...
Ronan, Hogmaster of the Galaxy.
Ronan, Hogmaster of the Galaxy. And he's joined by...
Thanos.
Thanos. He's joined by Thanos. We've got a great show lined up for you tonight, along with the amazing Tackle Warehouse guys, Daniel and Corey. We also have two very special Skype guests tonight. Mark Jeffries of Bass Talk Live and Mark Zona of The Z Show will be joining us a little later in the show.
The Z Show.
The Z Show. It's going to be a great show. Let me introduce the rest of the room real quick, clack. Sitting on our couch tonight, our fireside couch, we've got the one and only Miss Gamora. Gamora.
Oh, hi there. Shoot, I didn't even put my headset away.
Okay. Gamora, who are you wearing tonight, Gamora?
This is intergalactic style.
Intergalactic Style from
Yeah.
Gamora.
Yeah,
Well, it's great to have you on the show, Gamora.
thank you.
And pushing buttons, producing the show tonight, sitting first to my right, we've got the one and only Riz, but that's not his real name. Riz, what is your name?
Rocket.
Rocket. Riz the Rocket.
Or the raccoon. Raccoon Rocket.
Raccoon Rocket.
My
And-
cousin is behind you, against the wall.
Okay. He is. He's back there. And sitting next to the raccoon,
Standing even.
we've got the one and only producer of Ike Live Pushing Buttons, Brian the Carpenter. But what's your real name, Brian? Who are you?
Yondu. I am Yondu.
Yonder.
Yondu.
Pete, how
Yondu.
does Yondu sound?
I can't even whistle right now. Whistle for me, Riz. Somebody whistle.
Pete can't whistle right now.
Yeah.
And finally, last but not least, we have Zach in the house tonight. Where is Zach?
Downstairs.
He's downstairs.
Working.
You're going to be surprised.
He's
a little
Groot.
bit.
He'll be with us.
Let me remind you, we got a great show. This is show 100, Pete. We're going to be talking about, we're going to be getting nostalgic tonight that this show has actually been around for that period of time. 100 episodes. Very, very excited to make it this far.
In that time, how many times have we been canceled?
We've been canceled. How many times have we been canceled, Brian Carter?
Canceled?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why are we canceled?
I
it
don't
was
know.
canceled.
I thought we might have got it canceled a couple times.
I don't think we've
Some
ever been
controversy.
canceled.
I mean, we've been blocked
Some
but for
craziness.
cranking Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And we got sued by Boyd Duckett.
I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. And real quick, before we get in the show, let me run down the list of sponsors, amazing companies that make this show possible. Of course, the presenting sponsor, Mystery Tackle Box. It's fishing simplified. Go to mysterytacklebox.com. Use the promo code Ike Live. You get 15% off your first month of your subscription. Pete also we're also brought to you by Real Snot, longer cast, further cast, less bird's nest. I had a few today out on the bay. I had to use more Real Snot. Also brought to you by TH Marine, Dr. Squatch, Primal Urge Foods, Liquid Mayhem, Flambeau, Hobie, Founders Beer. We're all drinking some Founders tonight. Got some Green Zebra. What else we got going on?
I got the solid gold
Little
premium
solid
lager.
gold going on tonight.
Crispy.
Yes, crispy.
Frosty.
And
got
also
the
brought to
Dunkin'
you
Donuts.
by Tackle Warehouse, and they're sitting right next to us. Amazing folks at Tackle Warehouse.
Yes, sir.
And Pete, I want to make a big announcement here while we're going over the Ike Live supporters. We got a brand new Ike Live sponsor, the Fisherman Fishing Planet game.
Yes.
And you're going to be seeing a little content from Riz and Brian playing that game. It's amazing. Let me tell you, I'm not much of a gamer, but as far as the realistic fishing, scenarios, casting, hooking giant fish, you can't get any better than this game. Please go to the Fisherman fishingplanet.com to check this game out. It's awesome. Available on all platforms, by the way. Wanted to mention that real quick. Let me start by saying, Pete, I want to thank all the fans for watching. You are what makes this show possible, so thank you for, are we 6 years or 5 years? Do you know?
I think it's 6 years.
6 years of letting us come into your home every night, feeling like a serial rapist. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate all the support. We're going to be giving away tons, I mean tons, of amazing prizes tonight. And I want to remind you, if you're watching over on Facebook, please like and share the Ike Live feed. If you do that, you're going to be entered into a contest to win the Ike Live gift bag loaded with all our sponsor products. Also, want to remind everybody that if you're a YouTube person, you can now watch us on the Ike Live YouTube page. I'm not sure how you find it. You got to do a lot of stuff. But once you find it, you can watch us over there live tonight as well. So it's going to be a great show. Let me, before we get the show started and start talking some business here, I want to say thank you to all the military out there, men and women, active and veterans. Thank you guys for what you do. It's a crazy world. Also, big shout out to our policemen, our firemen, our EMT. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your dedication. Really appreciate that. Let's see. I think that's all the stuff. And I have to take this mask off because I'm hot already. You're going to take it off. So if you're watching tonight and you have a question or comment at any point tonight, of course, hit us up on the IM. Riz is going to be checking it every minute. Also, if you're a social person, hit us up on our social feeds at Ike Live Show, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we will be periodically monitoring our social feeds for your questions and comments. Let me get right into it and want to say thank you to our guests here that traveled really far from across the galaxy. Let me start with Thanos. Thanos, you get a bad rap a lot. I think people assume that you're trying to kill everybody or thin out a lot of the general population. I don't think you're a bad guy deep down inside, you know? I think I sort of feel like you're Byron Velvick. You're misunderstood.
True. Not everybody, just the morons.
Oh, I see. All right, so is there anything else happening right now that in the galaxy that's important to you? Any big things going on?
Are you talking about? I think you're talking about?
Yes, I am.
I thought we weren't going to talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. Tackle Warehouse will be starting a warehouse in Georgia coming soon.
What?
Oh!
Wow.
Wow, we had to get Thanos in the studio to actually hear this. Wow, this is exciting news.
No details yet. Still just very infancy in the beginning stages, but we are working on a location and building and warehouse in Georgia.
Wow. Now you're a galaxy traveler as well.
Yes.
Obviously, we can see it in your eyes. How do you feel about this Georgia expansion of what's become an institution of tackle buying?
I think it's awesome. I mean, the place that we are right now is a little town, San Luis Obispo, in Central Coast of California, and the rate at tackle's growing. It's hard to find warehouse space there.
Yeah.
We're limited on that, so if the business is going to continue to grow,
Yeah.
which is awesome. So thank you, everyone, all the tackle warehouse shoppers.
Yes.
We love you guys.
Big shout out to all the tackle warehouse supporters
Riz, that was for you.
all over the universe.
That was a thanks to Riz.
all over the universe.
53.
Now, Papa, we've said this before.
Father.
Being a little cheeky on the show, we say that everybody shops at Tackle Warehouse, but there is some truth to that. I mean, we get to travel a lot through tournament fishing.
Mm-hmm.
We get to do it through Bass University. I don't know very many people that don't shop at Tackle Warehouse. Is that not unbelievable?
Yeah, it's true what they've been able to do. I mean, they've impacted everybody. Everybody you talk to, it's weird. They're just it's a tackle warehouse. anything you need is at Tackle Warehouse. If you need it in a tournament situation, Tackle Warehouse. Every house that I stay at, there'll be 4 or 5 guys that are in the tournament.
Yeah.
And the day before the tournament,
boxes show up.
everybody's got a Tackle Warehouse box sitting at the door waiting for you when you get home from registration.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Even the Bass Pro guys.
Even the Bass Pro guys. Thanos, what do you think about Kevin Van Dam using Tackle Warehouse?
No comment.
Oh! No comment on that one.
Now, are you going to shut down operations in California to go to Georgia? Or are you going to keep both things running?
No, we'll definitely keep both runs going. Definitely have both locations up and going, and just shipping from both. And operations we run mostly from California, and
Okay.
then more warehouse kind of stuff based out of Georgia.
Are you targeting the Amazon warehouse employees to staff your Georgia facility?
No, there's not specifically, but there are a lot of warehouses in Georgia in general. So we're kind of going after. That's one of the reasons we picked that location. We already have tennis warehouse already has some stuff there, so we kind of can tap into that as well.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. It's good to know. Now, would you guys ever consider going back to the old paper master catalogs that companies like Northern Bass
Yeah,
Supply
remember that? Yeah.
and Bass Pro Shop used?
Never.
Never. Never.
That was a riveting question.
Print is dead.
We never had one. So that was
never had one?
That was our number one question for the first 3 years. Do y'all have a catalog?
Yeah.
And we got 20, 30 calls a day.
And when people asked it, they said y'all, so you could
usually y'all
geographically place
I guess
them.
that's the running joke, I guess.
I'm hanging up.
Or use guys.
Or use guys.
Yeah.
When I was
It's the best part of Tackle Warehouse, though, because every time I would have to call Bass Pro back in the day, the little old ladies would answer, and they'd be like, "Honey, what's your item number?" And I'm like, "I don't know. He said he needed a black and blue whatever." So when we started working with Tackle Warehouse, I was like, "Thank you, Lord." Because then I'd call up and I'd say, "I need the black and blue whatever." They're like, "Yeah, you need the 4 or 6 inch." And I'd be like, "Yeah, the 4." And they're like, "Okay, what's next?" And I'm like, "Thank you, Lord." And I never called Bass Pro Shops again.
Yeah, I do.
Shout out to the customer service guys.
A big time shout out to customer service Tackle Warehouse. I do.
All customer service guys know Becky's voice.
That's the story I was just going to tell you. It's so true, dude. It's so funny. So I'll be on the water a lot of times, right? And I don't even want to waste the time to call, right? So like, I realize that it's my last bait, right? Or I realize I'm down to a pack or something, and it's happening. It's gone on, and the derby starts tomorrow or the next day. Dude, I call Beck and I send her this detailed text, or I send a picture of the item. I said, please, call them right now.
There's no please,
and
but
get this
go ahead.
overnighted. And they do. I would say 9 times out of 10. And I'm talking about different customer service representatives at Tackle Warehouse. They all do know your voice.
Every last one goes, "Is this Becky?" And I'm like, "Yeah." That's me. They're like, "All right, what does he need?"
That's so awesome. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing.
What separated them for me was, you needed something unusual. You know what I mean? You're getting on a bait with a particular color that's super hot, and you got to call this company, then this company, and then this company to get it. And you guys, TW always has it. That always amazed me, like how you guys carry radical SKUs on really, that other companies just can't stock.
Yeah.
But you guys always have the obscure stuff, the weird colors, all the crazy stuff that we need. How do you guys do that?
Honestly, most of the guys there are all fishermen. They're just the buyers, so they've all kind of gone after stuff they wanted to have and they wanted to throw. They're on websites, cruising around looking for stuff, trying to find what's new, what's hot. So we're always just trying to. The guys there all want it, just like you guys want it. So we're always trying to keep it in stock and just get what's new, what's cool, and try to get the stuff you can't get everywhere else too.
Yeah, an amazing selection, by the way, of JDM items as well, which is hard to find anywhere else.
Can we also talk about that? Whatever you order and you have to rush for a tournament, it's a bite killer. Like, you won't catch them on that bait.
That is so true. That is so true.
I have to have this.
Riz, has that ever happened to you? You need something, you get it overnighted, and then 9 times out of 10 that it just doesn't work the next day.
Yes, often. Always end up going
lot.
back to the black and blue chatterbait.
A lot, almost to the point where I'd rather go into the Derby with one pack of baits anymore. Seriously.
Play the odds.
Seriously. It's
I
scary.
just always tell them, I couldn't get it.
Oh, you lied to me. Gamora.
It's an experiment.
You-
to say.
It's a
You
bad feeling,
green
though.
girl, Gamora.
It's a really bad feeling if like you're on something and you only got one of those in the box or in the boat or whatever, and you go into it with one bait. It's
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you on Derby Day where you legitimately ran out and you're
It-
catching them?
It
on
has
that deal?
happened.
Really?
It has happened before. It has happened where I've run out in a situation where it's soft plastics. I use, I keep the scraps. When I know I'm down, I
Yeah.
keep the scraps.
Start gluing.
And I use glue.
Yeah.
Spike It has this great Mend It that has a brush on it. I love that stuff. Or some kind of glue to mend the plastics. But it has happened. It has happened. And actually at Mississippi River, I was catching them on a little jerkbait, a little tiny Rapala jerkbait. And of course, I have 2 of them going to the tournament. I specifically did not call Tackle Warehouse or Dan Quinn because I'm like, it's the kiss of death. I'm not going to order anymore. And wouldn't you know, like the first day, I get right on the juice, and my first cast, my leader knot snaps for the braid to floor, and it goes, and it's gone. And I'm down to 1 the rest of the tournament, and I'm lucky enough to not lose that 1.
How did you react when that happened?
I was pretty upset. I don't remember. I don't think I had a camera on me at the time, but I was
Walk us
pretty.
through it.
I was as upset or more upset than the 3-pounder I lost today on the rocks. I can tell you that.
I think they heard you over here when you lost that.
They
one.
probably did. I was very, very upset at them damn
Phil Florence.
fish were coming off. Saying a lot of stuff. I want to switch gears and talk to you about something. I want to know who gets the credit for this because it's genius. We talk all the time here at Ike Live. We talk about, companies or brands that do an amazing job at marketing themselves and promoting themselves. Who came up with free Tackle Warehouse stickers, free Tackle Warehouse T-shirts for orders over 50? Because that's freaking genius. I cannot, dude. I see more Tackle Warehouse stickers than I do BASS stickers on the back of trucks anymore. That's not a knock to Bass, but when we were kids, every truck would have a Bass sticker on it, right? Dude, now it's a Tackle Warehouse sticker.
That's cool.
Everybody you see, who came up with that? Who gets credit for that?
I would love to say it was my idea, but Tennis, which was one of our sister companies, they were doing it for a while, and then we kind of started doing it, and it doing well for us. They actually quit doing it because all those free shirts do kind of add up and they get expensive.
Right.
And we continued to do it, and we took the loss and did it for good reasons, obviously, and we kept it going all these years. Like for a couple times, they tried to shut it down because it does add up after a while.
Yeah.
But it's
great.
worth it.
It's
Yeah.
great advertising, though. I mean, the T-shirts, the stickers you see, you can't go anywhere in a fishing community without seeing them.
I wish I had a picture. Some guy sent us a picture years ago. His whole truck, Tackle Warehouse stickers. He did Tackle Warehouse stickers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was his name Eric the Intern?
It might have been.
Oh.
Cannot confirm or deny.
All right, now I want to switch gears again and talk a little bit about something. You guys, of course, have been on Ike Live. How many times? This is 100 shows, but I'd say you guys have been on 2 or 3 times at least. Two or three times in studio.
I think we made a little cameo in the background when you had Jared on, maybe a few years ago. And-
Shout out Jared Littner, by the way.
Jared. And then last Christmas, the other camera guy, Mike, and I were on.
Yes.
So holiday episodes we've been.
Yeah, you're
rolling
big
through.
on the holiday stuff.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Did you like the Christmas better or this one where you can't breathe out of the mask?
It's still early.
All right, so I know you guys have explained this before, but we probably have new viewers tonight watching. You mentioned Tennis Warehouse. Talk a little bit about that. Talk about, you guys just aren't Tackle Warehouse. You do have some different arms to the business as well.
Yeah, Tennis Warehouse was the first of the businesses. They're all separate companies on their own.
Yeah.
But Tennis was the first to start back. I mean, they were around before Google, and then Tennis came around, and then it was Skate. Thank you, Dan. Oh, Ronan. Skate Warehouse ourselves at the same time. There's a riding warehouse. We have racquetball warehouse. Inline warehouse, roller derby, which is also part of inline.
Ice hockey.
Ice hockey.
Wow.
Yeah, and pickleball warehouse is a new one. Believe it or not.
Total
No.
pickleball.
Yeah, pickleball.
Pickleball.
Is there
All
enough?
the rage.
Wait,
Yo,
is there
pickleball-
enough
pickleball
stuff that
gets
you
hard.
could?
It's a big deal. It was just an old person sport. Now all the kids are playing it, and like,
It's-
all the guys at work play it
This isn't true.
every day.
Yeah, it's sweeping the nation.
What?
It is, yeah. They're
Look up-
turning
Is this true?
at
It's sweeping
public-
San Luis Obispo. I'm not sure about the nation.
The nation, 100% the nation.
This is the first I'm hearing about it.
All of that elementary schools getting teamed
Pickleball.
together tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, all the retirement communities like in Florida. Oh yeah, and
But
I
wait,
mean,
what is
even
the
some of
gear you need for pickleball?
It's almost like
You
a
need-
paddle with a
Well, you need a
wiffle ball.
pickle.
Paddle and wiffle ball. Just like
Ball.
tennis, what do you need for tennis? You need a racket and a ball, but there's string and other stuff to go.
Give it
with.
little skirts.
Yeah,
and
skirts,
Special sneakers.
Shoes. Yeah.
cute sneakers.
All right, now I want everybody watching right now. Here's the first prize question we have. We want you to comment in, send your IMs through. I want you to suggest the next type of activity or sport that should be warehoused by these guys.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Best one will win another Ike Live gift bag.
Okay.
There you go. Going to be giving away a lot of prizes.
Best activity. Now, Mike, are there any guidelines for the activity? Does it
No
have to be
guidelines.
sports related? Could
Doesn't
it just
have
be
to-
Any
well-
activity.
I mean, shit, if you got one for pickleball,
Well,
you
it's
could
got to
do
be some
anything.
sort of sport.
Well, it
They're
has
all
to be an
sports
activity.
Activity related.
Yeah, activity
Like-
related.
They laugh the hardest at.
The big flip stick on the message board wants to know what's going on with these costumes and talking about pickles on the show so much.
I know.
That damn right.
That is a little strange.
Something's going on in the control
You
room.
don't want to
so-
know.
What's going on now, guys? Do you have requests? Do you have requests to say, hey, you should have a hunting warehouse or a what's the next big request?
Most of the requests we get is from the fishing world, just because we're doing tackle, which is really bass.
Yeah.
But hear a lot of guys wanting to do inshore redfish, crappie,
saltwater
that kind of
warehouse?
stuff. And
Yeah.
honestly, if you would have asked me 10 years ago, we probably would have already had that stuff. But we're just trying to keep up with the bass stuff. We're growing so
Right.
fast right now.
Right.
Just trying to keep with that going.
Yeah.
Before we branch off too much.
Yeah. Now, Ronan, talk a little bit about. I know you get to do a lot of really amazing video content. You get to shoot some cool videos. You were on a shoot before you came here, maybe a couple weeks ago, and doing it for Tennis Warehouse. Talk a little bit about that trip because it's pretty amazing. I think people will be excited to hear that.
Yeah, so it's something that I'd like to do for the tackle industry as well. But this last year, Tennis Warehouse came up with a new series called Brandography. So this year we've already gone. We went to Japan to get the story behind Asics. You guys might know Asics shoes. They
yeah.
make tennis gear. So what it is it's brandography, a biography of brands. So getting the backstory, the history, the characters, what influences them, their surroundings, try and tell the story so people can kind of connect to the product and the brand.
Right.
And so yeah, this month I've been home, I think 3 days total.
Wow.
So before this, we went from San Luis Obispo to London, from London to Austria, and then Switzerland, and then I had a weekend free. Shout out to my girlfriend; she's been putting up with
Wow.
that. I've traveled a lot this year, so
Gotta-
thank you, Candace.
Takes a lot.
But
Takes a lot.
yeah, I'm really proud of the series. If you guys want to check it out, we did Asics. Head is the one that I just went on. They make skis and rackets out of Austria, and in London they have their marketing and stuff. So we went and checked out the creative part of the company there, and we've also done Babolat. I don't know if any of you guys know tennis, but they make rackets there in France.
Pete,
so.
you're a big tennis player.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I still am from time to time.
Okay, you know Babolat.
I've never heard of that brand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's.
Do you know Rafa Nadal?
Yeah,
He plays with their.
Is that
their
right?
gear. Yeah.
no kidding. Well, he's the man. Certainly I guess he's the second greatest of all time.
Behind Federer.
Right.
Yeah.
Behind Pete?
Pete
but
was, Pete was pretty strong in his day.
I was exceptional in the lower Gloucester County area.
What,
I was top.
Pete, what kind of grip did you play with?
Pete's grip.
Pete's grip, Pete's not. I don't know.
Pete's rock.
You know, I got to say, I did see Candace out with Iron Man on social media while you were away, Thanos.
I better get home.
Oh man.
No, but I'd love to do that and recreate it with a lot of the tackle, the people that have history. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm somewhat new compared to you guys when it comes to bass fishing, so I'm always interested in I'm a big documentary fan, and getting the backstory and the characters behind it is something I think a lot of people are interested about.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get some of the big brands together and tell their story.
And there's a lot of history there. You know, I mean, think about some of the history of the brands, but before everybody starts buying, like everybody's buying everybody now. You know, I don't know, but that whole thing bugs me. You know, but anyway, the history of a Mann's bait company, right? Tom Mann started this institution. The history of a Rebel, you know, the early days before Pradco ruined them. You know, that kind of thing. I would watch the crap out of them. Yeah. It's pretty, you know, it's interesting, the history there, you know? And the hats. I want to wear them high hats.
I'm a big fan of hats.
Of course, you know?
How those brands were so connected to the sport of fishing and tournament fishing.
Yeah.
How they were built by tournament wins and, you know, guys promoting their products and putting them on the stage. Remember, Mann's spinnerbait, Hank Parker.
The classic spinnerbait.
Yeah, people still are
The
throwing
jelly worm.
the classic spinnerbaits.
Yeah.
People are still telling me that that's the pattern they're on, you know, from time to time,
Right.
you know.
And they say the classic spinnerbait by Mann's.
Yep.
Specifically, they call it out.
That's what they call it.
Wow.
You know? And there's so many brands, you know, Zoom, you know what he did, and of course he recently passed away. But those brands have, you know, they changed the whole sport, and they helped us all catch fish. I think it's I'm excited to hear those stories.
Yeah, I hope that materializes, Daniel. I'd love to see that. I'd watch the heck out of it. Brian the Carpenter, go back. Tell me some of your favorite brands from the old days, the young years. I want to tell you mine. I want to get you to say one.
Pro Keds. What are we talking about?
We're talking about old brands in fishing. When you look at a
Brands in
brand,
fishing.
yeah, dude, Berkeley,
Mann's.
the old Berkeley.
Yeah.
Berkeley before Berkeley was in the pure fishing conglomerate.
Yeah, for me, it was Mann's. I mean, that's what we started with.
Mann's?
Jelly worm,
Yep.
the tail worm.
Yep, but the original power worm.
Oh, the original power.
You know,
worm.
that whole, I can still smell. I can close my eyes and smell the original power.
Smell catching fish.
Dude.
To smell a gut hooking fish.
Dude, blue fleck,
they gutted it.
camo, black shark tail.
motor oil.
Man.
The for me, and it was the original floating minnow. It was the Rapala.
Rapala.
Oh, yeah.
The very first bass I caught.
Now, was it Rapala or was it Rapala back in the day for you?
It was Rapala. It was Rapala. I've been gravitating to Rapala lately, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But you can say it both ways. But I remember the first time I actually caught a bass that I was trying to catch. Like I was going bass fishing.
Yeah.
And the Rapala floating minnow put a bass. I was blown away. Like because I just thought fishing was random. You know what I mean? You would catch what you would catch that day.
Yeah.
And for the first time, I was targeting bass, and I caught them on a Rapala. And
Wow.
and yeah, that changed everything.
Yeah.
You know.
It's amazing. I hope that happens. I'd love to see that series. Now, talk a little bit about, I know a lot of people are watching right now, and they're probably saying, man, you got these two guys from in the galaxy. Why are they here? But you guys were here this week. We were doing some filming, and how it had to be. Your vlog series has to be super popular. I mean, it's something that I like look out for it all the time. I'm a junkie, tackle junkie. I go to Tackle Warehouse and browse as much as Becky goes to, you know, Amazon and clothing stores and browses. I browse on Tackle Warehouse all the time, and I love the vlog series. Talk a little bit about that. When did you guys start doing that? What made you guys do that? And has it been successful?
They've been really successful. And our first vlogs, you guys call them vlogs, actually started out with what's new at TW, where it was just me in the warehouse, just introducing a new product. And that's all it really was.
Yeah.
But then we wanted to kind of expand on that and bring some educational and on the water stuff to it, and that's kind of evolved to what it is now. And the vlogs are always still kind of changing and developing and turning into new stuff. But They do really well. The What's New stuff does really well. The guys back there, but just the videos in general are just. I mean, like we talk how print's kind of dead. Video is what print was.
Right.
So it's what people want.
Content.
Content.
Video content.
Yep.
Yeah.
What can I ask you a question about? I don't know if you can even know this, but I'm curious. What is the best selling lure or best selling thing in Tackle Warehouse?
Senko.
Is it the Senko?
Gotta be. That's gotta be near the top.
It'd be tough to check, but it probably something like the Senko or a Robo Worm, something that's just a do nothing, very disposable bait that we go through a lot of. I mean, I guess the Senko, but it's. I know it changes month to month exactly what the number one is.
Yeah.
I could probably pull up and get an idea, but it's something like that, soft plastic, something cheap.
Well,
everybody
Thanos,
buys, everybody
you've
owns.
got that glove. You could do anything you want. You got all the crystals. That shit lights up. Holy shit. It scared me. Where was that glove?
No, but the vlogs, I mean, being an online retailer, you don't have the face-to-face interaction with your customer. So these are the things that we kind of do to kind of supplement the business, I guess. And we have a blast doing them. We love coming out here, and you guys are always great hosts, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I got to say, we probably get the most outtakes with you, though.
And the most we probably can't air.
You can't air
publicly.
I definitely know there's some outtakes from the last 3 days.
Particularly from
fun,
today
though.
was good.
Now,
I think the last few days we've caught the most.
Oh, for sure.
The most variety number of species out of any vlog.
Wow.
This guy right here. What did you get him on?
wow. So it was a species rampage the last 3 days, and the number one lure that went through. I'm not kidding you. Probably 9 to 11 different species. This one bait, Mullick's Trago Vibe.
Oh yeah.
Mullet just doing damage, dude. From bass to perch to stripers to catfish to pike and everything in between, dude.
Where were stripers at?
Stripers were hybrids. Were up in North Jersey.
Burn.
And stripers were today on the Upper Chesapeake Bay.
Nice.
Yeah,
You're
some
throwing
really
a
nice
blade bait
jigs.
today?
Blade bait. Yep, threw it up on the Pete's wall after I fished Pete's Rock. Yeah.
We caught a fish on every lake on there.
Not.
Yeah, yeah. The blade bait's been a key bait. You know, water temperature starts to get cold, it just starts to get effective. You know,
Yeah.
it's a good bait.
It's going to be coming on here in the next couple of weeks.
It's going to be happening.
We got a cold front coming through. A lot of people get bummed out, but man, the fishing just gets rocking when we start getting a little bit
Get
of fall
that temperature down. I
Yes.
want it. I want
It's
it.
time.
Let me remind everybody, if you're watching, if you have a question or comment for anything you hear in tonight's show, if you've got a question or comment for Corey and Daniel, please hit us up on the IM. By the way, we're going to be giving lots of prizes tonight. So if your question's really, really good, or your comment's really good, we may even throw in a little snack surprise. Yes.
And we have an early winner for the warehouse competition.
Already
We'll
over.
give
Wait,
one more winner.
Do we
away
have
at the end of
to start the warehouse if you guys pick the winner?
You might
Yes,
have to.
you have to start the warehouse.
Okay.
And
God.
the winner is Epic Eric, and it's going to be a catfish noodling warehouse.
Oh,
All
catfish
supplies you
noodling
need
warehouse.
Catfish noodle.
Wow.
It's going to be a warehouse.
There you go. Wow. What,
I'll get the domain name tomorrow.
The
Tonight.
question is, what do you actually need to catfish noodle? Because I'm pretty sure you just stick your arm in a wall, right? Or you
Yep.
stick your arm in a hole.
Well, there's that noodling. There's that type of noodling. Then
Uh-huh.
there's the noodling where you use pool noodles. Catfishing with pool noodles.
Really?
Have you done that? Do you know that one?
I haven't. I
We
have
did
not.
it at Chris Lane's.
Yeah, first time we saw that was at
Yeah.
Chris Lane, Gunnersville.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
It's really fun. If you've got kids, it's really, really fun. Like we've done it up the Schuylkill before. And, you get pool noodles and you cut them into thirds and you just wrap, 10 feet of real heavy monofilament or line on there. You tie it off to the pool noodle. You have a weight, a small weight, and a hook on the end. And you put like anything, like hot dog, piece of chicken. It doesn't matter. And you just go and you let like 20 of them out, right? Just, they're all over the place. Bright pool noodles. And then you go fish. You just go fish the bridge pilings, or you actually go bass fish or whatever. And then you leave them sit, and then you come back and you start to watch them. Dude, and them cats will eat them, and they'll be taking them around, and it's fun because then you got to catch them. You got to sort of set the hook by hand and pull them up. It's great, dude. It's fun
That
for the
sounds
kids.
fun.
Oh, it's great.
You did it on the Schuylkill?
We did it on the Schuylkill, and it was unbelievable.
Didn't they just get carried away by the current?
They didn't get carried away by the current because
Really?
the current in the Schuylkill doesn't really rip up there. You know, it's a slower
Right.
creek. So we may have lost a few. I don't remember.
Yeah, we found them all.
We found them all.
Yeah, we did find them all.
Yeah, it's fun.
That
Did
is.
you guys fry them up afterwards?
We didn't fry them up. The Schuylkill River, Philadelphia, is very, very questionable. Too many whitefish in there, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? It's a little scary with all the whitefish. But pool noodles, Pete. What do you think about that?
I love the idea. I think Jake would love it. He loves
try it.
he loves scavenger hunting. We go scavenger hunting out on the Delaware River, so that would
Yeah.
be that'd be a fun thing for us to do.
Would be
Give that
fun.
a try.
Would be fun. Switch gears, guys. What's besides this amazing new operation we heard about opening up in Georgia here? That's very exciting. What's next for Tackle Warehouse? I mean, there's a curve that you've got to stay ahead of. Like I know in our own business, we actively try to stay ahead of the curve because things change all the time. What do you see? What is next for Tackle Warehouse, or what do you see next for online tackle shopping? What's next? What's the next big thing?
Honestly, I don't have the best answer for that. For us, I think we all are always trying to evolve and be ahead of the curve. Lately, I think I've kind of not done the best job of getting ahead of the curve, so we're doing more. We're just new video stuff, new marketing ideas, and trying to just, most of what we're trying to do is work more with the vendors and work with the customers more and try to just reach out to them, see what they want from us, and also try to work more with the vendors to see what they want to work and try to just be the middleman between like we are between the customers and the vendors and try to just make both sides happy and do what we do. So, but more video stuff coming down the road. We're working on. I know specifics. We're just trying to. We're the last few years have been tossed around a few ideas, and hopefully this next year we'll kind of put some things in motion and get things going.
Yeah, I like it.
What about bait and tackle trends are you seeing? Like,
this year was a huge trend. Was obviously the year of the Ned. I mean, if anyone watched the
Ned.
ICAST videos, Neds were everywhere. Everyone has a Ned bait this year. Some of the guys probably getting sick of all the Ned stuff. There's so much Ned stuff, but they're effective. They're easy for guys to do. Guys that don't fish a lot. But this year, the other two things that was huge for us, and as a lot of customers probably know because it's hard to keep in stock, was the Tokyo rig was really taking off.
Wow.
Tokyo.
Probably thanks to this guy here.
Thank you.
And the spinnerbait really made a comeback this year.
Wow.
Back to the blade.
We had a lot of big, especially early on, big blade sales. We were selling out of all kinds of blades, and it was a big spinnerbait year.
How about that?
That's good to hear.
That
Well,
is
it's
good to hear.
interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody David Dudley threw out his spinnerbaits when the
Because of
chatterbait came out.
chatterbaits. He just threw them all out.
Threw them all out.
Now he's got to buy them again.
I know. We'll have to buy them again.
Yeah, and Dave Dudley, if you're watching, we would like that magazine, that special magazine that we know about. We had conversations about. If you're watching right now, send us one or send Daniel Corey a photo of that special magazine.
Signed copy, maybe.
Yeah, we would love to have that for the archive if you're there. Bridie Carpenter, we got a special guest, I think, lined up. We're gonna go to phone call. Okay, we're gonna go to a gentleman. Let me call him a gentleman that's responsible. Pretty much the only reason, Pete, that this show is around right now. Really, really amazing guy in the industry. The reason that Ike Live is here, and a really good friend of ours, a good friend of mine. We've got joining us on the phone, the one and only Mark Jeffries joins us tonight.
Yay, Mark.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Mark, what's up?
Hey, I'm just chilling in a corner of a 24-lane bowling center, getting ready to bowl Wednesday night league.
Wow.
So don't hold that against me.
All right, I won't. Now, we've got the Tackle Warehouse guys here tonight. Do you shop at Bowling Warehouse?
I do not. I didn't even know it existed. Do they have Bowling Warehouse?
Do you have a Bowling Warehouse?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, maybe I need to take a look.
No.
Oh, I don't think they do. I just made that up. I don't know. I thought you did.
Bowling?
Yeah, bowling.
I'll work on that next.
Okay.
It sounds like a new sponsor for Bass Zone.
Balls
Bowling
cost a lot to
warehouse.
ship.
Yeah.
It might be. All right, Mark,
Balls are heavy.
I want to start this call with, as you know, tonight is show 100. This is a big moment for us. It's a big milestone. And the first thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Not only for helping create this, setting it up, I mean, everything from the nuts and bolts, the theory, all of it. Thank you for that. But more importantly, thank you for pushing us to do that, because I'm going to let you tell the story, but there was a time when Becky and I were reluctant to give in to video podcasting.
Yeah, how many years ago was that, Mike?
Well, I got to say, it's got to be 6 years. Yeah, at least.
It was 6 or 7 years ago, and it was weird. You know, I had been doing BTL. We had done BTL on Sirius XM. It was XM back in the day, and then when the merger happened, I decided to make the move to just all internet-based stuff, and it continued to grow a little bit. And I thought, how many people in the industry, how many anglers would be able to host their own show? And there was just one that came to mind, and that's when I picked up the phone and I called you and Becky and I said, hey, man, I got this cool idea. What do you think about it? And you guys were kind of like, I don't know, Mark. I don't really, no, not right now. And then what was cool is, a little bit time later, I got the phone call. Hey, Mark, what's happening? You know that idea that you had? All right, man, we're interested. Tell me more. And look at you guys now, man. You got that badass studio. You look at all the progress that you and Pete and Brian and everybody else that's involved with the show. Just a tremendous effort. And I really meant it when I said there was one guy that could really pull it off and turn it into what you guys have turned it into. And it's due to a lot of work and a lot of dedication and a lot of passion in being involved with this live studio show. And got to say, man, I'm glad you took the bait. I'm glad I got you.
I'd say we are too. And, the thing is Becky and I talk about this all the time. This fishing business, the industry, there's so many different arms and avenues to it. And I got to honestly tell you that Ike Live is one of the funnest things that we do. We have fun in a lot of the other angles, but this show does not feel like work whatsoever. For Brian, it does when shit's not happening right, which is every show. But for the rest of us, this really is fun. And I want to thank you for that, man. We have a good time.
I hope when that day comes, and who knows when that is, it might be 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 2 years from now. When that day comes where you decide to stop tournament fishing, I think this is an avenue that the Ike brand and the Ike brand is going to continue and have a full-force presence in this game that we love, which is professional fishing. And no matter whether you're on the lake or doing what you do, for all the fans out there, I think this is a platform that everybody's going to continue to appreciate. And you guys rock, man. You hit it out of the park. You do a great job. And Brian has actually progressed. Michael.
Yes.
That was like the nicest compliment he ever paid you, Brian.
Yes. I know.
Ever.
Wow.
I know. But you guys, great stuff. And thanks for just having me on 5 minutes. I got to mention this real quick since I'm sitting in the corner and everybody's like looking at me because the league's getting ready to start. But, I made my 32-year PBA comeback 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
I bowled in my first PBA senior tournament because I'm an old man. And it was my first PBA tournament in 32 years. And ended up making the cut, and I finished in 15th. And it was pretty cool. Now, I got a quick story. Because I made the cut, it was a 2-day event, and I bowled the very next day. Now, we're in Waxahachie, Texas. Oh. Any idea where that is?
No.
Run.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's out in the middle of freaking nowhere, but very, very nice people. So I'm bowling the Pro-Am, and it's a 3-game Pro-Am where you're bowling with, people that have paid to bowl with the pros and all this and everything. And the very first game, I turn around and I look, and this guy is like staring at me. Just staring at me. Flat out staring me down. Not a mean stare, just a like, who is that guy? And then he's got the balls to walk up to me and he goes, are you the Mark Jeffries on BTL? And I go, yeah. He goes, forget about bowling. I want to talk about bass fishing. So I sat there that entire game and talked about bass fishing and talked about the show and talked about so many things. So that was pretty cool in the middle of nowhere, my first cut in 32 years, and I ended up talking to a dude from Waxahachie, Texas, about bass fishing.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Now, I know you've got something going on, but I do have two quick questions for you. Bass Talk Live, it's amazing. It's a great show. Really, I can't stop watching it. What's next, Mark? Because you've been an innovator in this sport from day one. I mean, going back to the Bass days when you started broadcasting live at Bassmaster events.
Yeah.
You've been an innovator, and it seems like every year you've got something new up your sleeve. You want to fill us in? What do you got cooking?
Here's what I got. I can't really talk about it right now, but what I can do is I can throw a tease out there. You know, 3 years ago we launched the one-on-one live, where it was, you know, mano a mano, guys use their own boats. We sent the feed back to our studio. That was enormously successful, but it had something missing. And in 2020, we are going to add something to that has never been done in any kind of competitive fishing ever.
Chicks?
How about that?
Hot chicks netting the fish?
No, that's not it. That's not it. And then, you know, I'm gonna throw something out there. I get hammered on this all the time, guys. I have been enormously just pressured into next year bringing back something that we started 8 years ago. It's not innovative, but it's something that guys have said that are out on tour. It was the most fun event that they have ever taken part in. And I'm working right now with a casino in Oklahoma to actually bring back the Fish and Chips event that took place 10 years ago. So that's really working hard in 2020 to bring back. And, you know, scheduling is a big thing, and the time of the year is a big thing. So, guys, if I can make that happen, I'm going to make a lot of people happy.
Mark, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, and Becky, write this in our calendar. If you bring back the Fish and Chips, I've never fished one. I apologize for that, but if you bring it back, I will be there. Yes, I will. Mark it down, Beck.
That's a cool deal. And like I said, I have to work around everybody's schedule. So unless, you know, there's something out of the ordinary you got going on, it should be an open date, Mike.
I love it. All right, Mark, one last question, and we're going to let you run. We know you've got things going over there.
Got balls.
You got balls going on over there.
Balls to roll.
I got bowling balls going on.
Give me, and this is going to be hard, but in a concise way, give me your thoughts on where we're at currently in the professional realm of fishing. We've got BASS, we've got MLF/FLW, and now we have a new league in the horizon that we'll be talking to tonight. Where the hell are we at in this crazy times right now of the sport?
You know, I have this term that some people use when situations have developed like this. It's called organized chaos. I think from a sponsorship standpoint, from an industry standpoint, it is very, very challenging right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, the more piece of the pie with this new thing coming out that potentially, I'm not saying it's gonna, but potentially could even reduce the pie more, I just don't know. I think that there are situations out there that could be really, really good for the anglers. All right? Anytime you have options, it is good for the anglers. But at the same time, it becomes much, much more competitive to get those sponsorship dollars. And I think that is the big, big, big challenge. The other thing is, I'm going to throw a name out there. Klitschko. Ever heard that name?
Boxer.
The boxer.
No, not that guy.
No.
The astronaut.
Vladimir.
The astronaut.
No. He is the guy that was hired from NBC Sports by Major League Fishing. And what they did is they kind of hired him to bring over his Rolodex and all his contacts that he has for all the stuff that he did at NBC Sports.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Dude, I haven't seen anything yet, and the dude's got a massive Rolodex. So I've said this all along. I think it is imperative. It is vital to the financial success of that organization. They have to get the non-endemic dollars from those companies, and we just haven't seen it yet. Sure, there's been small companies, but dude, I'm telling you, it costs a lot of money to do what you guys are doing in Major League Fishing, and I think 2020 is going to be a massive year for Major League Fishing from a revenue standpoint. The options, hey, they're out there now. The buyout of FLW and the options for the anglers, that's a good thing. They do have options, but at the same time, I'm hoping that some of the anglers don't feel slighted and think, well, I'm not a AAA angler. Why am I fishing AAA?
Right.
At the same time, kind of look at it. I know it's hard to believe, Pete, but I'm actually looking at this as a glass half full and say, you know what? I've got an opportunity. All right. I've done it for so many years. Everybody knows that I was a stud on the FLW tour. Now things have changed, and now I need to continue to prove how much of a superstar I am to where I get in one of those 10 spots. So opportunity is there. Options are there. Guys have choices to make. And, as long as the economy stays well and the sponsorship money's there, it's going to be good for everybody. But, man, if unemployment goes up, if the unemployment rate goes up and disposable income goes away, we are in for some rough and very challenging times. So that's all I got to say about it, man. Hope that's not too much.
No,
you said a lot.
That was good. It's a good look at what's going on right now. And I think, Mark, in the next segment, we're going to have some more answers on what this new league's all about.
Sure are.
And see if it'll help or hurt
Mr. Benson.
things. So.
Hey, we're going to try and have him on BTL, and I know he's going to go on Straycast too. And I don't know if he'll want to come on our show after you guys and Straycast, but if we don't get that opportunity, ask him one question for me.
Okay.
Can I get just one question? Ask him why to fish professional tournaments, at least so-called professional tournaments, do you have to sign a contract?
Yeah.
Ask him that one question. I just don't get it. In some cases I do, but with this being the working class guy, I don't understand why people have to be committed to fish.
Right.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Makes
All right.
sense. Is that a fair question?
That is a fair question.
Fair.
We're going to ask it. All right. And Mark, before we let you go, I did want to leave you with one last thing. I don't know if you knew this or not. I don't know if Beck sent you a picture. But we're very proud of this new studio, and we're very proud of our friendship. And we have a picture of you, Mark, hanging on the mantle over the fireplace. So
That is awesome. That antique vintage picture that was from the old studio.
that's right. That's you.
Yes, sir.
That is
gotta
you.
Send me a picture of that. In fact, here's what I want you to do, Ike. For everybody that's in the studio today, please take a group shot in front of the picture and send it to me. Will you do that?
We'll do it. We'll do it.
All right. Hey, man, congratulations on your 100th show. Pete, thanks, man. Thanks for the friendship. Brian, hey, keep rocking, keep learning. Becky, you guys are the best. And everybody else, man, best of luck to you, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, we'll talk to you. Mark Jeffries,
All right, bye,
everybody.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Have a good bowl. Go play with your balls.
Hey, you know what would be so cool? You know how MLF got this Venmo deal?
Yes.
Why don't they Venmo us our money when the tournament's over?
They should. And that way, if they fine us, they'd have a harder time getting it from us. They couldn't just take it out like they've been taking it out.
I could just consistently send them Venmo invoices every hour on the hour.
Yes.
They can Venmo you invoices for all your fines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could do that too. I like it. All right, Brian DeCarpenter, we're going to take a little break here in a couple minutes. Yeah. We're going to take a break. I want to thank everybody for watching. Keep watching because the show is good, but it keeps getting better. In the next segment, we're going to be talking about the National Professional Fishing League. We're going to have Al and Paul on Skype gone over it, talking a little bit about why and what they're trying to do. And then in the third segment tonight, we've got the one and only Mark Zona, a.k.a. Z, joining us. Keep watching. I want to remind you we're giving away prizes all night. If you're watching over on Facebook, like and share it. Your name will be entered in a contest and you'll be entered in a contest to win the Ike Live gift bag. Pete, what do you think about that?
I have never gotten an Ike Live gift bag.
What?
I think I would like to win one
All
of
right,
those.
we'll get Miss Janet to take care of that. Keep on watching. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Ike Live.
It's like, you good, man? You know we're doing a video right now, right? I'm about to go down there and tackle that dude. Hey! Hey there, official world. What's shaking, fat cat dude, and coming at you? Listen, let's talk about something very important. And I'm not talking about Jack and Jaws ripping lips 2455 and Big Belly Kelly out of a brush pile. I found Primal Urge Foods. Ladies and gentlemen, what Primal Urge Foods is, it is a monthly meat stick box. Every month you get a box of meat sticks to your door. Retail is probably, I don't know, $30, $40, $14.95 a month. Now you can pick many different varieties. You can pick a surprise box. You get a little bit of this, you get a little bit of that. You get some 24.55 and 5 to 4. No, we don't like antibiotics. No antibiotics. And these right here, completely eagle free. Now the gas stations meat sticks you buy probably have eagle in them. They have rhinoceros in them, but we are Americans. America! We're not eating bald eagles in our meat sticks. Guaranteed, none of these meat sticks have bald eagle in them. That's the #1 reason to buy these meat sticks. You want to get granddaddy a gift? Hey, you're dating a girl. Ooh, she fine as muscadine wine. And you want to warm up with her. I'm getting excited talking about women. I forget what it's. Primal Urge, $14.95 a month. Monthly meat box subscription. It could be called a bombs box of meat sticks. You just do like I do, and every month the box shows up, and I don't know what's going to be in it, but they're all delicious. The meat right there. I tell you what, that's something good right there. It's girthy. It's Fat Cat Newton, Primal Urge Foods. Please, Ike Live is the code, guys. Ike Live. Ike Live is the code. Okay. Primal Urge Foods. Ike Live is the code. It gets you $5 off a box. Okay.
4.5-inch drop shot worm, Bama bug. Finesse jig, PB&J, give me something hard. Hey, KVD here. Now, I didn't always know this much about fishing. It's 4-aught EWG worm hook. In fact, there was a time when I couldn't tell the difference between a jerkbait and a stickbait. But then I signed up for Mystery Tackle Box, the original monthly tackle subscription. And now I know more about fishing than I do about calculus.
And he knows a lot about calculus.
Plus, I get amazing extras like free fishing magazines. October 2016, featured article, 4 places to throw a frog. Exclusive decals, zombie bass. And how-to videos for all the great baits I receive. How to tune a crankbait. Is that underwater footage I smell?
I got goosebumps.
So if you're looking to develop enhanced fishing abilities like me, or you just like getting new tackle every month, go to mysterytacklebox.com and get your box today. Ooh, live minnows. Is it lunchtime already? Nature's candy. Oh, is he in my pocket?
Hey everybody, Mike Iconelli here. I love fishing this time of the year. It's cold, it's winter, it's snowing. But if you want to prevent the buildup of ice, use Real Snot. Every time I'm fishing this time of the year, I put a couple squirts on all my guides, especially the tip, before I start casting. Try that tip when you're fishing under these cold conditions, and you're going to catch more fish. See you later.
There's a special place in our hearts for the tools of the trade. They're what we prep for a good day on the water. They're what we clean after a good day in the field. Flambeau's patented Z-Rust technology protects the gear of today from rust and corrosion. Z-Rust, for the performance of tomorrow. Preserve, perform, repeat.
You work hard to catch your fish. TH Marine has 2 products to ensure your fish survive. The Oxygenator injects 100% pure oxygen into your live well. That increases fish survival by 35%. For the perfect combo, add G-Juice Live Well treatment. It calms fish, stops bleeding, removes ammonia, and replaces slime coat. Get an oxygenator and G-Juice and keep your fish alive.